What looked like a simple return trip suddenly became the moment every fandom account could not stop replaying. Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei were recently seen heading back to China, and within minutes, social media exploded. No official announcement, no dramatic statement, no confirmed story. And yet, one quiet airport moment was enough to send thousands of fans into complete emotional chaos. Because when these two appeared in the same place again, even for just a few seconds, something about their energy felt impossible to ignore. The way he slowed his steps, the way she turned slightly, almost as if aware of him, and that tiny exchange that lasted less than a heartbeat, fans say it was enough to melt the internet. So what really happened at that airport? And why are people calling it their most undeniable moment yet? It began with scattered clips shared by fan accounts, a few shaky videos, a few airport snapshots, nothing staged, nothing polished, but there they were. Zhang Linghe, dressed casually, walking with his team, looking calm despite the cameras around him. And not far away, Tian Xiwei, equally relaxed, surrounded by staff while moving through the same airport space. At first, fans thought it was just coincidence. Two stars returning after overseas schedules. A normal travel day. But as more clips surfaced, something started to stand out. Their timing felt too close. Their route looked nearly identical, and somehow, the atmosphere between them felt strangely familiar. Not forced, not promotional, just natural. That was when the comment sections exploded. There was no big interaction. That's exactly why people are losing their minds. One video showed Zhang Linghe glancing briefly toward the side while walking. At almost the same second, Tian Xiwei shifted her gaze and smiled softly. A blink, a breath, a moment so small most people would miss it. But fandoms never miss anything. Within hours, clips were slowed down, zoomed in, reposted, and analyzed frame by frame. Some said the eye contact lasted longer than expected. Others pointed to how their body language changed once they were near each other. And then came the fan edits. Music overlays, slow motion cuts, close-up reactions. Suddenly, one ordinary airport scene became the hottest discussion in Chinese entertainment fandom. Because sometimes the quietest moments reveal the loudest emotions. Fans have noticed it for months. Whenever Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei appear together, the energy changes, even when they say nothing. That's what makes this pair so dangerous to fandom hearts. There are celebrity pairings that look good in photos, and then there are pairings that create tension simply by sharing the same frame. This duo belongs to the second kind. Their chemistry does not rely on scripted scenes. It lives in the pauses, the accidental smiles, the subtle glances, the way they seem comfortable without trying. That kind of connection is impossible to fake for long. And fans know it, which is why every tiny interaction becomes a major event online. What made this even bigger? Neither side said anything. No clarification, no explanation, no response from either team. And that silence made everything 10 times louder. Because in celebrity culture, silence creates mystery. Mystery creates theories. And theories spread faster than facts. Fans began connecting previous appearances. Old backstage clips resurfaced. Past interviews were reposted. Moments once ignored suddenly looked meaningful. People started asking the same question. Was this really just a random airport encounter? Or was something more quietly personal? The truth remains unknown. But the absence of words only made the chemistry impossible to stop discussing. International fandoms joined almost instantly. English hashtags began trending. Fan pages translated clips. Discussion threads multiplied overnight. Some called them the most visually perfect duo right now. Others admitted they watched the airport clip dozens of times because they could not get over the atmosphere between them. One fan wrote, "Why do they look like they're in a drama, even when they're just walking?" Another said, "They don't even need to speak. Their silence says everything." That may sound dramatic, But that's exactly what made this moment unforgettable. There was no event, no press conference, no official stage, just two people returning to China. And somehow, they made it feel like the most romantic scene no one expected. That is the power of presence. And perhaps the power of something fans still can't name. As the videos continue circulating, one thing is certain. Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei didn't need a statement to become the center of conversation once again. A look, a pause, a shared space, and suddenly, millions were watching. So tell us, was this simply two stars crossing paths on the same journey back to China? Or did fans witness another quiet chapter in a connection that keeps speaking louder than words?